Good evening, welcome everyone. We are here with LuLu Readers Fest and I'm Deepa Kiran, right here with you to share some stories. Are you able to see me or hear me? You could just send me a message in the text box so I'll know. Right, yeah. So, lots of messages, right? Thank you. So, welcome to all of you. And, every year for the last few years, I have been coming in the month of April or in the month of May to Cochin, to LuLu Mall, and meeting a wonderful set of children, sometimes new, sometimes even the ones who have come the previous time join me, and the parents also join in, yeah, and even the passers-by in the mall join in, and we've been having a wonderful time spending an entire day with stories, and this was going to be missed, I thought, in 2020, but LuLu Mall has taken the initiative to provide a digital version of the Readers Fest that they have for children. Isn't it a wonderful thing? You know, we all have to thank internet. We have to thank the internet service providers for being able to do this and to connect. I'm sitting in Hyderabad city and you are, some of you in Cochin, a lot of you, and many others in different parts of the country and the world, and we're all together. Yeah. So I'm really delighted that we're here together, and I'm hoping to share a story with you. And today's story, if you have looked up the brochure, it says that I have a story from Kerala Folklore. Yeah. So I just told you that I am from Hyderabad. I live in Hyderabad, right? So I speak Telugu. నాకు తెలుగు మాట్లాడడం వచ్చు. నేను హైదరాబాద్ సిటీలో ఉంటాను కాబట్టి నాకు తెలుగు వచ్చు. బట్ తెలుగు ఇస్ నాట్ మై మదర్ టంగ్. మై మదర్ టంగ్ ఇస్ தமிழ். ஸோ எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் தமிழ் கூட பேச வரும். என்னோட மதர் டங் தமிழ். But you see, I studied in a convent school and my sister and I were in the same school and we had to pay a fine if we spoke in any language other than English. So I got used to speaking English a lot. Then my mother is basically born and brought up in Kolkata. She's a Tamilian. Yeah, she's born and brought up in Kolkata. So I grew up hearing Bengali in my summer holidays and in all my Durga Pujas, I was born there too. I was born in Kolkata. Because of that, আমি বাংলা বুঝতে পারি, একটু বলতে পারি. And my mother also studied Hindi very much and she was very particular that I learn to speak Hindi properly. इसलिए मुझे हिंदी भी काफी अच्छी बोलनी आती है. And then I lived in many states in India and including Bangalore in Karnataka, where I learned to speak a smattering of Kannada. And of course, when I would go out to the shops and other places, we had to manage with Kannada. Namge ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Kannada ಗೊತ್ತು, Kannada ಅರ್ಧ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. And the other part that I have to tell you is, though my mother is Tamil, my mother comes from a place called Palakkad in Kerala. Yes, so a lot of you will be familiar. Yes, my mother belongs to that community of Tamilians who 500 years ago traveled from Kerala to Tamil Nadu. So I have heard my mother and all the relatives from my mother's side also speak, yes, also speak Malayalam because Palakkad district is of course in Kerala. Yeah, so எனக்கு Malayalam മനസ്സിലായോ? కొంచెం కొంచెం മനസ്സിലായോ? I also enjoy music from all different places, and of course music from Kerala as well. And my mother used to tell me that her grandmother would tell her stories of the kurumolagu, you know, the peppercorn, and all stories of how the peppercorn went traveling, and what are all the adventures the kurumolagu had. So these are some of the stories that I know are there in Kerala folklore. Hello Seema, hello Anshad, Neha, Chandra, Chandanraj, Gitika, Fatima. So many of you joined in. Nice. Sindhu, Arya, welcome to all of you. Deepu, Sirajuddin, Cyrus, Sini, Mini, Abdul, Rosie, Aarti, Neha, Lokesh, Mamata, Anoop. Anoop is asking question marks, yeah. We'll answer some questions. Arug, Vishnu, Sri Lakshmi, Sudeep. Okay, in short, how many languages can you understand? I can understand many languages, Abdul, many. And I also think it is important to try to understand any language. So even when I travel to South Africa or to Indonesia or to Iran, I try to catch the language. And you know, you can start following. I could follow a bit of Bahasa, I could follow German. So I think we can understand as many languages as we choose to. Yeah, welcome Anu, welcome Malvi. Hi Ishan. Nice to see you here. Lawrence, Divyanshi, Mary. Yeah, good. So we have a nice good group here, and I'm looking forward to today sharing a story from Kerala. Yeah, if you have heard of the Aithirimala series, yeah, the Aithirimala is of course very popular and an integral part of Kerala folklore. Just like when we think of India, we think of Panchatantra, we think of Jataka tales also. Yeah, just like that, when you think of Kerala folklore, Aithirimala is what certainly comes to the mind. There is, of course, a lot of variety, a lot of rich literature. There are different oral storytelling forms in Kerala. But today, I have chosen to pick a story from the Aithirimala series, from that collection. And the first time I encountered one of the stories from Aithirimala collection was in a bookstore. Most of my stories come from books. They start with me finding a story in a beautiful book. Yeah. So this was in a bookstore in Hyderabad, Akshara bookstore, where my sons and I, we bumped into a book which belongs to the Avilok comic series. Yeah. And as part of the series, we were introduced to Aithirimala. And that series, of course, comes with very nice illustrations also. It's a comic book series. Fantastic illustrations as well as text. You know, Lamachita Katha and Tinkle. Mo joining in. Yes, Kajal, Ashraf, Smita. Welcome. Yeah. So this is a story which is from the Aithirimala series. And this particular story, I found it absolute fun. And the first time I narrated it was in the month of January, on the 24th of January. This was at the Hyderabad Literature Fest. Yeah, Hyderabad Literary Fest. A lot of you must be knowing that HLF, or the Hyderabad Literary Fest, happens once a year, and the city of Hyderabad hosts it. So all of us come together, the literature lovers, the art lovers, to be part of it, to experience the other literatures and the other artists who come from all over the country and even the world, other parts of the world. And this year, every year they choose a regional language, and this year the HLF had chosen Malayalam. And then I said, okay, you know what? I want to tell a Kerala folklore, and I want to tell an Aithirimala story. So it was the first time I narrated an Aithirimala story, and it was terrible fun. I'm saying terrible fun because we started with an audience, and slowly the audience swelled up, and then there were more. So it was really so much of fantastic energy. So I thought, This story is real fun. I must share it again. And I thought, why not? With people from Kerala, I might make mistakes, but you know what? You should at least appreciate that I am trying my best. Yeah. So excuse if I make any pronunciation errors, and later after everything's over, you can let me know. But otherwise, hope you enjoy the story. Yes. Are you ready for the story? So you could just say story if you're ready for it. And then I'll know that we are good to go. I'm waiting for the comments. Cool. Yeah. Yes. All right. Yes, Anu. Story. Here is the story. And so it goes. We can always read stories, and I love reading stories too. But there is a different charm, a completely different charm in listening to stories. I love listening to stories as much as reading them. So here we go. Listen, listen, everybody. Just for you, I have a story. Listen, listen, everybody. Just for you, I have a story. Sometimes nice and sometimes scary. Listen, listen, everybody. Just for you, I have a story. This is a story that is about a doctor. It is not about a doctor who wears a stethoscope and who checks who has a thermometer. No, it is about a doctor back in the olden days who would check your pulse and then tell you what is wrong with you. There are doctors today as well, Ayurvedic doctors who tell us that, yeah? But a lot of us are more familiar with the stethoscope doctors. So, to remind you that back then, they were called the medicine people. So, this is a story of a medicine person called Koratta Nambudari. Now, Koratta Nambudari was known to have the blessings of Lord himself. People considered him a miracle healer. Can you tell me what was Koratta Nambudari's specialization in medicine? What is your guess? What specialization in medicine did Koratta Nambudari have? Let's see your guesses. You don't have to worry about being correct, huh? Was he a specialist? Was he this is curing snake bite. He's already got the correct answer. Ortho, sleep, Ayurveda. We have many answers, but where's Anu Xavier? Anu Xavier was bang on target. Koratta Nambudari had the blessings of Sarpadeva, and he could cure people of snake bites. He was extremely popular, and he was very well known for his talent. Now, the one thing about medicine people and the healers of those times, I must tell you, especially those who heal snake bites, is they will not come to your home. You have to go to their home. That was the rule. So whenever anyone had a near and dear one, a family member, a friend bitten by a snake, the first thing they would do is land up at the doorstep of Koratta Nambudari. Of course, they would go there with a heavy heart. And they would go there with a heavier purse because Korakta Nambudari would invite the person. Yes, please come in. He will make the patient lie down. He will check the hands. He will recite the secret mantras. And by the person will be healed. And slowly the person will wake up. No longer a patient, cured and fine. And when the rest of the family members would rejoice in joy and say, thank you, Nambudri, and give him some payment, he would say, So people would be confused. He has such a generous heart. He does not want any money. But as they were walking out, the Nambudari's assistant, he would be waiting to collect the money. So they had to deposit the money with the assistant and leave. And of course, they left much happier, much more joyful, singing and dancing and remembering the good old times and perhaps going back to their processions and their celebrations like they do during one of the popular festivals. And that reminds me of Kanda Nyanungara Trishur Puram Kana Kanda Nyanungara Trishur Puram Kana Kanda. People would go back to their beautiful lives, to their celebrations, but somebody once again would have a snake bite. And again, they would go crying, carrying their patient, and they would go and seek Korakta Nambudari's assistance. Korakta Nambudari would recite his mantra, and then the person would come to life again, and then they would pay the money, and the assistant would take it, and they would go. They would be happy again. Now, slowly, people thought, every time we can't run to Korakta Nambudari. So people started going to him and saying, Asana, can you please teach the mantra? So Korakta Nambudari started teaching the mantra. But these are secret mantras, Not everybody can learn them. So who got to learn the mantras? Well, you had to go to Korakta Nambudari's house and you had to go with a good gift. You understand what I mean, right? The gift could be money. The gift could be gold. The gift could be diamonds, if you can afford it. But it had to be a gift decent enough for Korakta Nambudari to share his mantras with you. Once you went in, paid your obeisance, respectfully asked the Guru to teach you some mantras, he will sit you down and he will teach you a mantra. Then you had to go back to your house after giving the gift, of course, most important. You had to go back to your house, light a lamp and sit down and practice the mantra at least 5 lakh times. You had to recite the mantra 5 lakh times. Once you have done that, you can become a healer. You can go around healing people and people would come to you for treatment and treatment. Yes. Now, many people came to Korakta Nambudari. The ones who had the money, the ones who had the gold. And Korakta Nambudari taught them. Soon, there were many people who were snake doctors. Snake doctors, of course, were very popular because of the number of snakes and the number of snake bites. Soon, there was a young boy. His name was Kochu Raman. Kochu Raman saw snake doctors dealing with snake bites. and he was very impressed. He was a young poor boy. He lived in a small hut. But he thought, hey, this is nice. I would also like to heal people who get snake bites. I also want to become snake doctor. So he saw somebody coming out of Koratta Nambudiri's house once and he said, hey, Cheta, can you please tell me how can I also become snake doctor? How can I also heal people? Now this Cheta was an extra smart guy. He said, oh, it's very simple. Just go to Koratta Nambudiri, carry a gift with you, and when you go to him and say, I want to learn the mantras, he will tell you something. He will tell you a mantra. Practice it. Thank you, Cheta. Thank you so much. Our Coach Raman went back to his hut and he started thinking of a gift. Now, a poor boy in a small hut. What do you think? Did he have any gift? He thought for a while and he said, okay, I will climb on my rooftop and I will pluck the pumpkin from there. I'll give a nice pumpkin as a gift to Koratta Nambudiri and he will teach me. So the next morning, our young Kochu Raman got up at 3 o'clock. Why? Because he wanted to reach before anybody else. He wanted to make it first in the queue. So at 3 o'clock he got up, he got ready, he took his pumpkin in his hand and he went by 3:30. He reached the house of Koratta Nambudiri. Tak, 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 tak. He knocked and Koratta Nambudiri got up from his sleep. Who's there? Asana, namaskaram. I have come to learn snake mantra from you. I have come with a gift also. Now the word gift woke up the Koratta Nambudiri. And very excitedly he stepped out and he said, yes, come in, come in, come in, come in. You have a gift. Can I see it? Yes, Asane. And Kochu Raman held out the pumpkin. What do you think? Koratta Nambudiri looked at it and he thought, this is a gift. So he turned to this little Kochu Raman young lad and he said, stupid pumpkin. And in the Malayalam that I know, it is said as Abishtu Matta. And our young boy fell at Koratta Nambudiri's feet, did namaskara and ran back to his house. Said, Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta, my secret mantra, my snake healing mantra. He went into the house. He nicely lit a lamp. He sat down in front of the lamp and he chanted, stupid pumpkin, Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta. 5 times, 50 times, 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, 5,000 times, 10,000 times, 50,000 times, 1,00,000 times, 2,00,000 times, and 3,00,000 times, and 4,00,000 times, and 5,00,000 times. Kochu Raman had chanted, Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta, stupid pumpkin. And now that he had chanted 5,00,000 times, ta-da-ta-ta, Kochu Raman believed he was a snake healer. And he soon stepped out and he started announcing to the world, listen, 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 listen. I am a snake healer. I can heal. I can heal. If you have a snake bite, anyone in the family, please call me. And people said, Hey, first of all, listen. Who are you? And Kochuraman, Kochuramana, who heard of this Kochuraman, Gichuraman? Believe me, I'm a snake healer. I can heal. I really can heal. Now, second thing, snake healers never come to the house. We have to go to their house. Huh? How come you're coming to the house? Something fishy, eh? Really, I'm there to help. Please believe me. Please believe me. Nobody wanted to give him answers. And that made Kochuraman very, very sad. Made him very sad. He sat down by the street one day, wondering what do I do? When suddenly, you said you can heal snakes, right? He said, yes, sir, yes, sir. He said, somebody's bitten by a snake in the house and it may take too long to go and reach Korattanambudiri. So, can you try? Yes, sir, sure, sure. And Kochuraman rushed into the house. He sat down beside the patient. He folded his hands and started reciting secretly in his mind the mantra. Abishtu Matta. Abishtu Matta. Abishtu Matta. And what do you think happened? Indeed, of course, the patient recovered. The patient was healed. The entire family was so happy. They gave him gifts. They were even more delighted with a snake doctor who's coming to the house. They told everybody, all their relatives, all their friends, everyone in the village, and soon Kochuraman's popularity spread. Soon everywhere people were calling Kochuraman, 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 oh ah, Kochuraman, 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 oh ah, Kochuraman, 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 oh ah, Kochuraman. And slowly, 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 our young lad Kochuraman began to get some work. He began to heal more people. He began to get some money also. And his fame spread far and wide. One day, the king's skin turned blue. And you know what that means, right? When the skin turns blue? Of course, he was poisoned. He had been bitten by a snake. Now that the king had been poisoned and bitten by a snake, everybody was running helter-skelter to save him. The announcements went loud and clear. The king is poisoned. We need the best of the snake healers. And the best of the healers came. They came all the way from across the They came from near and far, and they all tried to heal the king, but nobody could. Finally, the ministers, they advised the queen, let us go and bring Korattanambudiri. And so they went all the way to Korattanambudiri's house and they said, Namaskaram, sir. We kindly request your presence in the royal palace. As you are aware, the king has been bitten by a snake. Now, Korattanambudiri cannot ask the king to come to his house, can he? So he quickly packed up and he went to the king's place. He sat down there in the royal palace and recited his secret mantras. And he waited for the king to come back to life. And he waited. And he waited. And he waited. But the king wasn't getting any better. After trying and trying and trying, he cannot, of course, displease the queen, can he? And trying and trying and trying, he finally looked up at the queen and said, "I am sorry, there is no hope." Ayyo! Ayyo! The queen burst into tears, and that time the chief minister said, "Maharani, if I may make a small suggestion." Huh? Yes. The queen turned to the chief minister and he said, "I have heard of this one young, promising snake healer called," yes, you guessed it right, called Kochuraman. Shall we just give him a chance? The queen was, of course, looking for every possible solution. She looked at the chief minister and said, "Of course, please bring him right away. We have to." And so Kochuraman was brought. As soon as Kochuraman entered the royal palace, the chief minister here, the queen there, and all the best of the snake healers around, he looked at the king. He looked at the chief minister and he said, "Please arrange for a bowl of kanji." For a bowl of kanji? Rice porridge? Yes, please arrange for some kanji. Why? Well, the king has not eaten since 3 days. When the poison fades away, he's certainly going to be very hungry, Kochuraman said. And all the people standing there thought, "Ah, he's blessed with Sarpadeva's blessings. He's so confident." And everybody waited as Kochuraman sat beside the king and chanted the secret mantra. Abishtu Matta, Abishtu Matta, stupid pumpkin. Of course, he chanted this softly in his mind because it is a secret mantra. And we are saying it aloud, so you and I know it. As he chanted, and as he chanted, and as he chanted, of course, you guessed it. The king woke up. He sat up in his bed and said, "I am hungry. Give me something to eat." The kanji was produced before him. He took the kanji and he lapped it all up quickly. And the queen was so delighted. The chief minister said, "Yes." And Kochuraman was declared the royal snake doctor. He was given gold and gifts. He was made to sit in a palanquin and he was carried through the streets and everybody was singing and celebrating. Kochuraman, Kochuraman, oh Kochuraman, 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 oh Kochuraman, greatest snake healer, Kochuraman, greatest snake healer. King's skin had turned to blue. King's skin has turned to blue. Poison taken out by who? Kochuraman. Kochuraman, Kochuraman, oh, Kochuraman, 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 oh, Kochuraman, greatest snake healer, Kochuraman, greatest snake healer. King's skin had turned to blue, poison taken by who? Who? Kochuraman. Kochuraman was, of course, delighted with all this attention, and he was sitting in the palki and going through the streets very, very happily, listening to everyone sing, watching all the royal gifts he had got. And among the people on the streets, one person was also watching him. And you know who was that? Koratta Nambudiri. Koratta Nambudiri was watching that young lad do what he could not do And he was thinking, hmm, very good snake healer, huh? What are the mantras he knows that even I do not know? I should learn from him. And as he was thinking this, Kochuraman, sitting on the palanquin and going, noticed Nambudiri among the rest of the people. Hey, stop the palki, he told the people who were carrying him. The guards stopped. He jumped off the palki. He took off the gifts and he ran up to Nambudiri. He lay down at his feet and he said, teacher, my Guruji, thank you very much. Thank you. And Nambudiri was fully confused. Hi, teacher. He is calling me a teacher. I was going to ask him, where did he learn this from? What is happening? And just then, Correct Nambudiri said, yes, teacher. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. I taught you? Yes, teacher. Don't you remember? You taught me. I brought you the gift of a pumpkin. Huh? Nambudiri thought, I gave away my secret mantras just for a pumpkin? And Nambudiri said, yeah, I remember. By the way, what was the mantra? Oh, the mantra was Abishtu Matta. Don't you remember? And at that moment, Correct Nambudiri realized that much more powerful than all his scholarly wisdom was the simple faith and dedication of a young lad called Kochuraman. This is the story of Kochuraman, the young snake healer. Soumya, yeah, thank you for that. Jani Reddy, sir, thank you, sir. Geeta Shri, you and your daughter enjoyed it. I am glad. I'd like to know what was your favorite part in the story. Those of you who are there with your children, you could ask the children to share what was a part in the story that was their favorite part. What was your favorite part in the story? You could leave it down in the comments. Shamtuli. Yes, I'm glad to know how you are feeling. Good story. Yes, thank you, Soumya. So the little ones out there, Isha and Geeta Shree's daughter, the rest of you, what was your favorite part? Love the music. Yes, I'm glad. I love music too. Great presentation, right? Thank you, Dhanya. Very nice story. Sri Lakshmi, glad both of you and your daughter enjoyed it. So you must tell me, those of you who are watching with your children, ask them what is their favorite part? What did they enjoy the most in the story? Which bit? Which part? The music, yes. Yes, thank you, Nisa. Thank you, Shabduli. The whisper of the secrets. All right, done like that. Okay. So most welcome, Anil and Kirti. Yeah. Georgia. I missed Georgia's comment. How Kochuraman got into the royal family. Okay, Georgina is saying. Okay. Litika liked the dance. Okay, yeah, Kochuraman dancing. Right, yeah, it's fun to sing and dance. Dedication of Kochuraman and the presentation. Sri Lakshmi liked. Soumya liked everything. Okay. You love the music. Okay, Shilpa. The mantra was very funny. Abishtu Matta. Yeah. When Coach Raman learns the mantra, that's the best part, yeah? How he gets the mantra. Yes, Dhanya. I agree, I agree. Yeah. Leela like the music. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Fatima too like the music. Yeah. Yeah. We have so much music in everything, and in India we have such variety in our music. Reshu Sharma also music. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad. Sirisha, your daughter's chanting Abishtu Mattan. Yeah, if she chants 5 lakh times, she might become a snake healer. Be careful. Naresh Babu, your son liked the mantra. Okay, yeah, you could tell me the name of your child when you leave the comment. Yeah, good to know, Naresh Babu. Yeah, good to hear that, Sirisha. Yeah, I'm glad, I'm glad. Right. So we had mentioned, if you had read the brochure carefully, we had mentioned that when you come for this storytelling today, make sure you come with paper, pen and pencil, and some colors. Yeah. So would you be having those supplies with you? Um, Loved what the guru said, Soumya says. Okay. Yeah. Ishan loved everything. Okay, good, good. I'm so glad. So, would you be having some paper, some anything to write with, pen or pencil, and some colors, colors, crayons? Anamika, the innocent gift of pumpkin. Yes, innocent and from the heart, an honest gift. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Okay. So, no, Soumya doesn't have. Okay, would it be possible to quickly get something? Because we can do something very interesting, which I always do when I work with children. Preeta Gopalakrishnan. My daughter's really pleased to hear the story in English, as my mother read this story in Malayalam. Oh, happy to know that, Preeta. Very nice. I'm so glad. And maybe you should send me the Malayalam version, that your mama tells. I'd love to hear it in Malayalam too. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, Shrutika is ready with her paper and crayons and pencils. Super. Okay, great. The other children quickly get, and even adults. Okay, this is great fun. And don't worry about, oh, this is so silly, or only children do this. Believe me, you will love this. And each and every time I have done this activity, I've done it with people from different parts of India, from different backgrounds, intellectuals, and those who just like to have fun, with very serious corporate crowds, and with college students, with little children, and each and every time, when this country, in other countries, and every time, everybody loves this activity. Okay, so come on board and let's try this. Okay, now some of you shared your favorite, what you like the most in the story, right? You heard the story of Kochu Raman and you shared with me what you like the most, and you shared it by texting. I'd like you to now take that sheet of paper and draw draw your favorite scene. Yeah, and those of you who cannot draw, even better, it's more fun. Yeah, remember, this is not an art workshop. I am not MF Hussain or Raja Ravi Verma. We are all here to have fun. So just pick up a sheet of paper. Yeah, and maybe if you can do something on your gadget, if some of you can work with your gadget, then great, if you're comfortable with that. And draw out your favorite scene from the story. Now, the whole idea, just keep it in mind that by the end of it, if someone looks at your drawing, they should be able to guess. they should be able to guess which scene this might be. It's good enough if you convey that. Yeah, you can use cartoon figures, you can use stick figures. Yeah, you can cleverly use some settings and of the scene to indicate. Yeah, it's just great fun. So get started. I think Sirisha's daughter is ready. Yeah, Shrutika, uh, and yes, whoever else. Yeah. Ishan, do you have something to color with? Yeah. Geeta Shri, your daughter could also join. Yeah. Fatima, are you ready? Okay, Rosie also. Super, super. Yeah. So I don't know if you can share pictures here in the comments. If you can, you could take a picture and send it as well. But otherwise, just go ahead and try. Yeah. And I know we all like music. So I have a song here. Those of you who recognized the Kochuraman song, I have basically down with the tune of the Chemmin song, yeah? The movie Chemmin, and it's one of my father's favorite songs. I am trying to get the words right. போய் வரும்போல் எந்த கொண்டு வரும் கை நிறைய. Yeah, so I'll have that song for you. I have it here. I can play that in the background while you try and sketch.
கடலினக்கரை போனோரே காணா பொன்னின போனோரே கடலினக்கரை போனோரே காணா பொன்னின போனோரே போய் வரும்போது என்று கொண்டு வரும் கை நிறைய போய் வரும்போது என்று கொண்டு வரும் 14ஆம் ராவிலே பாலாழி திரையிலே மത്സ്യകന്യകമാരുടെ മാണിക്യ കല്ല് തരാമോ നാടോടി കഥയിലെ കടലത്ത കടലിലെ നാഗനത്തകി മാരനിയും താനത്തിൻ മുത്തു തരാമോ
So all the new lovers, I hope you enjoyed that. song too. I have shared my Facebook ID where there are a lot of my stories up there. I have also shared my YouTube, Deepa Kiran Storyteller. Again, I have some stories put up there too. And if you follow us on Facebook, then I will soon be posting starting Monday. Next Monday, I am having a workshop for children. So I will be announcing that. So you could join in, and that workshop will have stories related to yoga. I'm a yoga practitioner. So there will be yoga songs and stories. That will be the workshop. So you could look out for the announcements on Facebook. And we are, I think, coming close to the end. I know we cannot share pictures here. So I've given my email ID. Yeah, you're most welcome to please send the pictures with the name of your child. Yeah, maybe I'll collate all of them. No, I will, not maybe. I will collate all of the drawings, and even the adults who want to draw, go ahead. Yeah, just make sure you send me your name also. Send the picture, and I will share all of these on Facebook. Yeah, it'll be so much fun to storytelling triggers our creativity, and also the fun side, the child in us, and it's an interesting activity to make drawings after listening to stories. So as we end, another little small story for you. There was another medicine man, and this medicine man did not specialize in anything. He was a general physician, again from Kerala, again an Aitharimala story. A little one as we leave, a goodbye story. Yeah. And this medicine man once a very fat man came to him and said, Namaskaram Asanu, I want to lose weight. Our medicine man looked at this super fat man. He sat him down. Even before checking his pulse, he took out his horoscope chart. He read it. He made some calculations. He looked at this man who was struggling with a lot and hoping to lose it for his own well-being. And he said, well, that will not be necessary to lose weight, because I can see from your charts that 3 weeks from now you will be dead and gone. What? The man was so shocked. He had come to improve his health and lose a little weight, and he gets to hear that he's going to die. He left in an absolute dismal condition, not even bothering to say thank you. And then he came back after 3 weeks. Asana, your prophecy was wrong. I'm alive and perfectly fine. And then the Asana looked at this man who, out of his own anxiety and worry, had forgotten to eat as much as he used to, and had now become nice and thin. And Asana said, my prophecy was right, that you would lose weight. And that was a little story of a clever medicine doctor. Georgina wanted to know my name. My name is Deepa Kiran. Yes. You can Google me. You can connect with me on Facebook, where I have many more stories. Ever since the lockdown, I have been posting a lot of stories. So you can Facebook and look them up. I've also been posting on YouTube. You can see my link again here. And yeah, stay connected, stay safe, everyone. Thank you very much once again, and wishing us all well-being. Yes. Bye-bye. Take care. I'm sharing my details for those who are asking. Bye, Anamika. Bye, Anil. Shabduli, I've shared the email ID. Bye-bye. Most welcome, Georgina. Thank you, Manoj. Thank you, Marina. Bye, Fatima. Ah, Tanya, so glad to know Noel and Naomi enjoyed. Good. And I hope they can send in their drawings. Just fun drawings, yes? Bye, bye-bye. Isabel, yes. Good to know you enjoyed it, Isabel. Yeah. Bye. And remember to share the story. All those who have stayed with us, remember to share the story because love and stories are always to be shared. Right. Lovely, Danya. Bye, everyone. Take care. Abishtu Matta, yes. Ta-ta, ta-ta.